Hello everyone, welcome back to Game Dev Night. This is episode 16 of our YouTube platformer series, and today we're finally going to put in all the world map information display. So starting off, I'm not using my camera. I want to do this to show you guys what the end result is. I'm going to intentionally take damage, but I'm going to destroy all the enemies and also collect all the coins. So let's kill this enemy. And now when I get to the cannon, I'm going to take 1 damage on purpose and then destroy the cannon. And now if I go through and move back to level 1. As you can see, it's not showing the heart, which means I took damage. It's showing the coin symbol right here, which means I collected all the coins. And it's showing the skull to show I have beaten all the enemies. And then we also just need to implement this right here, which will just not show these. But yeah, let's get into the video. So I'm over here in the world map scene, and we're going to work on our levels here in the level holder. Now, the very first thing we want to do is on level 1, add a child node, just a node 2D. And we're just going to call this stat display. So it'll just show this is just the name, it's just the information of the levels. So the enemies you've beaten, all that stuff is what that is right there. And then we're going to add another node, a sprite 2D node. And this is going to be our image for our icons right here. So if we drag in our coin, you can see there it is. I personally want to make it a bit bigger. So in here, I'm going to make scale 3. I know it doesn't look the best, but again, all of these are just placeholder for you guys to understand. With the position, I want it to be on -36 and on -39. Now, again, whatever you guys have, put this where you'd like it. I just like mine right there. And I'm going to hit Control D. I'm going to take this one, go into the transform. I'm going to put it on 0 on the x-axis and then -48 on the y-axis. And you know what? That can go a little bit higher, so let's just move that up. There we go. Looks good. And then on the first sprite 2D, I'm going to take Control D again, move it below the second sprite 2D. There we go. And then on this one, I'm going to go and transform and just set the -36 to 36. Now it's on right, and it's all very nice and symmetrical. Now, if the sprite 2D here, I'm going to replace that with the skull image. So that's to show we've beaten the enemies. And with the sprite 3D, I'm going to replace that with the health image. So there we go. Very nice. And I want to change the names as well. So I'm just going to change this to coin sprite, this one skull sprite, and this one health. Oh, health sprite. There we go. Cool. And now we're just going to add a animation player. And in this animation player, we're just going to make a simple name, show. There we go. And we're going to do some very simple things here. We're going to click on our coin sprite right here. We're going to add a key at the end. So just in your track, scroll all the way to the end. And I'm going to add a key right here for the position. So I'm just going to say create. There we go. And if you click into this, as you can see, it has your position values right there. We'll click back into the coin sprite. Then I want to scroll down and I'm going to go to the visibility. I want to add a key for the modulate right there. So that's a modulate color. And then at the very start, I'm going to do the exact same thing. So again, just key the position, key the modulate, and then I'm going to click into the color right here. So just click on that first square, drag the transparency to 0, and then click on the other one and put the position at 0, 0 like so. So now if I press play, you can see the coin comes out like that. It looks pretty nice. I think it should be a bit faster though, so let's make this maybe 0.2 seconds. And then we just click on both these keys, shift click them and drag them like so. And yeah, there we go. Now if we press play, they come out nicely like so. Now I want you to recreate the exact same thing for all these other sprites. So again, go to the very end, add a key for the position, a key for the modulate, and then at the very start do the same thing. We are just doing the same thing for all of them, so I'll see you guys once I've done mine. Cool, so there we go. I've done the animation for all of mine like so. I've hit play, you can see that come out nice like that. And I personally think that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Now, we can get on to some coding. Well, actually, before we get on to some coding, we're going to take this stat display, hit copy, and then we're just going to paste that on all our other levels. So there you go, got one right there. And then on level 3, we want one right here. Now, another thing we're going to do as well is we are going to hide all of these because they are annoying to look at. And there we go. Cool. So they're all hidden. We'll show them again with code. Now, here in our world map script, we're going to do some very nice things. A lot of things, actually. And the first thing is we're going to make a new function. So function show let's just say show stats, like so. And then we want to pass the target level. And we're just going to pass this for now, like so. And then over here, right after the player position, we want to show stats, and we're going to pass the target level. Of course, the target level is the level we're trying to move to right now. So there we go. And now in here, we can just do if level data dot level dictionary target level. Why is it not working? Target level dot name. And then here we can do unlocked. Just pass again for now. There we go. Errors are gone. We can just do target level dot get node display. What was it again? Oh no, sorry, it's stat display. So we're trying to get this node right here, stat display dot visible equals true. So now we're going to show the one we're moving to, and then we're also going to just take this bit right here, copy it and paste it, and then again get node animation player dot play show. And then we're going to take this whole line right here, we're going to copy it, go make a new line, and then backspace once to get out of the if statement. There we go. And then we're going to change this to the current level. So that's the level we were on right now, current level. And then we want to play show again, but this time we're going to set the blend to 0. We're going to set the animation speed to -1. And we're going to say play from the end. Start from end to true. So this just means the animation starting from the end. We're playing it in reverse. I'm not too sure about the blending. Don't blame me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm still learning Godot. But now, if we hit play, well, we need to be at the level first. I'll just quickly run through this fast as I can, just so I can show you guys this. Ooh. So yeah, now as you can see, we can move on to these levels, and they show like this. There we go. We're done. See you guys in the next video. I'm just kidding. That's an old joke. But yeah, so that works nicely. I'm really liking that. And one more thing we want to do in here is, actually no, we don't want to do anything in here for now. We'll just leave this how it is. And we're going to come back to this function in a second. We're going to have to update some things in our level data script. So we're going to go into our level data. And in here, I want us to track how many enemies we've beaten. Now, I do apologize. We should have done this last video instead of doing the score. But I guess the more information you guys have to work with, it doesn't matter too much. So this is why the video is a little bit longer than I was planning it to be. But we're going to track how many enemies we've beaten too. So we're just going to go enemies beaten is 0. And then the max enemies beaten is also 0. Cool, there we go. And now we got to take these two right there, copy them, paste them into here as well. There we go. Just make sure you do the indents properly. Very nice. And now down here, we're going to implement this over here as well. So I'll just go right here and then do enemies beaten and then max enemies beaten. And then in here, we'll just take one of these, like max coins, paste, and in here, we're going to change this to max enemies beaten is equal to max enemies beaten. And then over here again, we're just going to go enemies beaten is equal to enemies beaten. There we go. Very easy. And now we got to go into our runtime level, update some things in here. Now, the first thing we need to do is, in the previous video, I did leave a comment saying that you guys need to change this. I completely forgot to do this, is we just have to reset our game manager information. So we just have to make sure the game manager.coins equals 0. The game manager.damage taken is equal to 0. And the game manager.enemies beaten is equal to 0. Of course, we don't have this on a game manager yet. It's going to give us some errors, but just try to ignore it for now. And over here, we want to do var max enemies is equal to 0. And then in set values, we're going to go here where we detect saber-tooth or cannon. If there's a saber-tooth or cannon, we want to increase the max enemies by 1. And now down here in update level, we're going to pass it our game manager dot enemies beaten, which again doesn't exist yet. And then we want to pass it our max enemies. There we go. And now we can go on our game manager. And oh, sorry, we also need to set the score to 0. So over here, let's just do game manager dot score equals 0. Cool. And on our game manager, we want to implement the var enemies beaten is equal to 0. So, and over here, we want to set this to 0 as well. And very nice. That is pretty much that. That should just work now. So now if you play the level, it'll have all those enemies implemented. And we also just want to go on our Sabertooth. And over here where he dies, we want to go game manager dot enemies beaten plus equals 1. Take this, copy it, go on our cannon. Same thing in the die function. So all that works now. Now we just have to implement this actually visibly showing. So we'll go on to our level data. Our world map. And what we want to do here is check all that information and then display these sprites accordingly. So what do we want to do? If level data, and we could just take this right here, copy this line, paste it, remove unlocked. We want to say if coins is equal to, and just take it again, copy, paste, and we want to change this to max coins. So if the player has essentially got a max coins, then we want to go into here, get the stat display node, dot get node, and then here we want to say, what do we call it again? Let's see. Coin sprite, coin sprite, dot visible equals true. Nice. And now we want to do else. Take this line and set this to false. And also we want to do something right here at the end, which makes it a very, very long thing. We just want to say and is bigger than 0. So we just want to go here and say max coins is bigger than 0, because the default information we have is that the max coins are 0. So it's always going to be true here. The coins and max coins are both 0 once you generate a level. So we want to make sure we check that they aren't 0. So now this should just work. If we hit play on level 1. So if we now go click these coins. Oh, actually, we don't want to click the coins because I want to show that it works that we don't have those coins. So we're going to run through. Wait. And as you can see, it doesn't show the coins because we don't have them. But if we go through, collect all these coins. Ow. Oh. I'm like an old man. Ow. Oh, wait. I just remembered something. So in our, what's called Sabertooth? No. Our runtime level. Something here. Oh, give me a second. Guys, I shouldn't be called a real game developer or programmer. What have I done? In this function, in our runtime level at the very end, I put the variables in wrong order for passing. So we've been passing the max enemies and the enemies beaten as our coins. So these need to be in front of these. So all we're going to do here is change this to max coins and change this to coins. And then we're going to come to the end here and change game manager coins to enemies beaten and max enemies beaten. So please just make sure everything in this function you're calling. Oh, sorry, no, not max enemies beaten, just max enemies. Make sure everything here is in the right order, please. Do not follow what I did. Just head into your world map thing and then here where you, in your level data over here, we have this function update level. Make sure all the information you're passing is in the correct order. Do not be like me. So in your runtime level, when you call this function, just make sure it's in the right order. So let me just get rid of these print lines. I was trying to figure out what was happening. I was like, why is it saying my max coins are 3 when there's clearly 8 coins on screen. Then I realized there's 3 enemies, so there's clearly something going wrong with this calculation. Then it's the damn enemies. So now if I move, you can see I collected all the coins, so it's showing that if I go back into the level, only collect, let's say, 3 coins, and I beat the level, it'll show I do not have those coins yet. So let me go ahead, and now you can see it shows we do not have the coins. So that worked now. It works. Oh, cool. So now we just have to do this for the rest of them, but it's going to be very easy to do. So we want to essentially just copy these lines exactly. We'll just do this right here, copy, and then we want to paste it. And again, we want to paste it again. And of course, make sure your indents are properly done. So here at the end, we can just, here in the middle, we could just say enemies beaten is equal to max enemies beaten. So enemies beaten, cool. And max enemies beaten is bigger than 0. Then we'll just scroll down here and change this from coin sprite to skull sprite. Copy, paste, there we go. And now the same thing down here, we'll just do this first. So health, capital health sprite. And then health sprite. There we go, very nice. And in here we want to just say if level dictionary, we'll just take this right. So if level dictionary, we need to get rid of this right. Wow, it's going all over the place. We're just taking this equal part out. So just the equal part. If level dictionary level name coins, so damage taken is equal to 0, and damage taken. Oh no. Wait a minute. I actually just realized something much easier. And level dictionary dot here we could just go score is greater than 0. So just go to the end of these and statements and change them to score and score. This will just mean if the player has pretty much played the level at all, it'll show this information. So now if we press play, we go ahead, we don't collect all the coins, we don't kill all the enemies, and we take damage on purpose. Oh, run, ow. Now it doesn't show information. But if we go back into the level and we collect all the coins, we kill the enemies, we don't take damage. Okay, that's going to be hard to do. Collect the coins. Run through. Kill them. And now it shows all the information. We did it finally. So yeah, again, sorry about this video being so long. I just want to update the enemy thing. If we didn't update the enemy tracking, so we just went with score, it wouldn't be nearly as long. As you can see, we pretty much finished this ages ago. But there we go. And apologies for the mishaps. And apologies for my hair right now. I just had a shower before this. It's not tied up. But that's the video. So I hope you guys enjoy. And I did it. I recorded another tutorial. Yes, we had that little mishap. I apologize for the whole me calling the wrong function things in order. But there we are. So the information gets displayed. Again, of course, it looks a little bit weird with the weird scaling, how the sprites we're using are 3 times bigger than the world map and stuff like that. It looks weird. But again, that's just for me to display how to do it. You guys, of course, your stuff look nice. And in the next video, we will make the alternative level system. Again, just a traditional, very easy system. It shows a list of levels, the level's name, and it will show this information again. We'll just use the same system, except it'll show icons on the little screen that shows the level. And you just click play and it plays. So it's going to be a very simple system where you can scroll through levels. Much easier than this for people who do not need a world map. Now, we don't use the score information. We don't display that. I also think there's another information thing we don't display, but of course, if you guys want to use that, you can. That is just me showing you how to track all that information, how to update that information, how to display that information. So if you want to make it more in-depth, let's say Metroidvania, it shows a lot of stats and stuff. That's how you do it. But yeah, as always, thank you guys. And of course, after the next level, we will finally do saving, so look out for that. And then we'll probably take a bit of a break from the series. I want to head into some other stuff for a while, just to get a breather from the series and upload things of a little bit more variety. We're gonna be 19 episodes in, so I just want to take a small break. But thank you guys for all the support. It has been great, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.